welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. On today's episode, we's gonna be talking about entrepreneur. And I'm gonna roll it back, entrepreneur. So I have a guest today on this episode. He's gonna introduce himself.
My name is Jordan Boone. I am the president and CEO of Nationten Brand and managing partner of United States Amateur Baseball.
It's cool, man. So tell me, man, how long you been owning that business?
So I've been in business since 2017 full time. That's when I just graduated college, worked for a little while. And then once I finished that, that's when I decided to take that leap of faith. I've been doing it for going on 8 years now.
Oh, 8 years. That's cool, man. And I know a lot of people want to get into the entrepreneur space. And it can be tough, though, right?
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
it can be. It's definitely a challenge because now you are fully responsible for everything. So you have to build the structure. You have to build the consistency with the business. You have to find the clientele, depending on what kind of business you want to do. You have to do a lot. So a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, but it's definitely a challenge.
Yeah, and you definitely got to, promote yourself, promote it on social media, promote it on, and you got to promote it on social media.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
You got to do it. You have to promote every day, all day. You can't be afraid to put money behind your business.
Yeah.
In order to help it expand, you have to do a lot.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they don't want to do that because they're afraid that the business is not going to grow.
Right. Right. Yeah. A lot of people. That's definitely always going to be a concern, but you can't go into business thinking about the possibility of failing. Right. Everything's gonna be a learning experience, and just because it didn't work that way doesn't mean that it won't work at all. So you just have to keep trying new things. It's just like when Dr. Pepper comes out with a certain type of drink, whether it's Diet Dr. Pepper or some kind of mixture drink, they have to keep trying different marketing ways and different marketing techniques and strategies to see what will stick. Some work, they spend billions of dollars every year. Some work and a lot of them don't. So that's just a part of business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true that. So how long do a business take to grow?
It definitely it varies depending on the industry that you're in. Normally, some businesses are able to hit the ground running instantly. Some's going to take just years to build. You never really know. And then it's all about where do you feel that you should be at on the scale, right?
Mm.
Some people want it to be billion-dollar companies, hundreds of million-dollar companies, tens of million-dollar. Just some people just want it to just supplement what they do for a living, so they would not have to work a job.
Yeah.
So it depends on where did that fall. So if you say, hey, I make $70,000 a year working this job, and if I can start my own company and take home $70,000 a year, I'm fine. Yeah, so mainly it's just about where you want to be at on the scale. Some people want to supplement their personal income, and some people want to just try to take as far as they can and scale it and make hundreds of millions of dollars. And all that takes time. Some takes a little less time than others.
Yeah, it do take time to build a business.
It does.
Yeah. So let's see. One thing is of course we have to promote our business and all that. But if we promote, we still don't get the attention, though.
Right. Right. And that's a part of what comes with it. And you can't be discouraged by that because everything that you put out won't catch instant traction. So you have to be patient. That's the biggest thing. And you have to understand that this, depending on what you are in it for, is it for a long game, similar to like what you mentioned that you want to have your own studio, you want to have your own,
Yeah.
podcast and radio station set up and everything. You can have that, right? It just takes time. It takes time. Sometimes, so for some people, it can take, a couple months. If they can get the money, they can get the things that the resources to be able to make it happen instantly. And some people just takes a little bit more doing sessions like this and being able to promote it and grind it.
Yeah.
And you will be able to get it. And
Yeah.
so it just takes time. You just have to keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, and don't give up on it because a lot of us like to give up.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Then one thing is, what is the most popular? Because I think clothing brands and shoes and all that is the popular thing.
Mhm.
How you can like get people to buy your stuff, buy your shoes and clothes, buy the shoes and clothes because that's most popular.
Right. I see a lot of people getting into that. So what I do personally is I do the uniforms. So I do custom uniforms, football, basketball, track uniforms. That's what they do. They go out there and play in those uniforms, as well as the tournaments on the United States Amateur Baseball. We host events. Those teams are able to play in tournaments, win trophies, win prizes, win everything. I see a lot of companies, a lot of people do clothing brands. They have to understand that that's a tough business, mainly based off of you have to make sure that people like it. You can come out with 50 different things, but if only they like one or two things, there's 48 other things that you feel that you failed on. We're not saying necessarily did. It's just about how you brand it, how you market it, how can you catch people's attention. So there's a lot of clothing brands, a lot of shoe brands. It's different because people think about Nike, Adidas, Mike Jordan, all the popular brands that's out there. So you gotta study them, understand what they did and how they did it, and try to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Try to be unique.
Then this is why, radio and TV is important. If you had the money, you can like promote it on TV or radio.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And even if you do not have the money, sometimes you gotta just get out there in the field. Maybe
Yeah.
you gotta get out there and talk to people, engage people, know people. Similar to like what me and you doing, right?
Mhm.
So this is a part of you promoting your brand,
Yeah.
promoting my brand as well, right?
Yeah.
And so those companies, people have to realize
And
that.
the most popular
Oh yeah,
business, yeah.
yeah. I remember we talked about that. We mentioned with the clothing lines and everything how it's a challenge, and you just got to find your niche. You got to find your message, what you want to get out to customers, what you want people to feel, understand, and fall in love with your brand. Just like every major clothing brand, they have some kind of message and push to help you understand and them to buy.
Yeah. Very important. Yeah. So okay, a lot of people they must start somewhere. And we suggest a lot of people like family members and friends not gonna be the support of most people I would say is not a support of your business. They feel like that you should work a 9 to 5 job because they feel like their business not gonna get nowhere. Yeah.
That's a normal thing. That's something to go through myself because it's unfamiliar territory. You don't have any members, let alone many family that have took the journey of becoming an entrepreneur or an investor or someone that's non-traditional, then you're gonna. There a lot of times, family members and friends are speaking out of love and concern, wanting to make sure that you will be okay going forward.
Yeah.
So for them not to know and just uncertainty with just not knowing and generating your own income, your own structure, your own stability. But it's just like normal jobs. You can get a job, have a career, be there for several years, and then get laid off.
Yeah,
And then
because you never know. You could be replaced for that job. Yeah.
some jobs. We can also be in a market where it's hard to get jobs.
Yeah.
You have a good degree. You have a degree that you feel that can qualify for a job.
Yeah.
But either way in life, especially where it's going now in this current time, there's a lot of uncertainty either path that you decide to take.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know a lot of us college students, they graduate from college. We have a hard time finding a job. And we apply to like we do like 50 application, 100 application. And it's just so hard. The job market is so bad. You know, it's very bad. And we just trying to figure out what we gonna do next in life because nobody's not. Sometimes we regret going to school to be in that field.
Right.
So yeah, it's tough.
Right. It's definitely challenging. There's no guaranteed way, unless you're possibly getting into the medical field, like being a nurse or
Yeah,
some doctor, some engineering. Just always does something, especially some kind of accounting, financial
yeah.
science, all this stuff.
Like our field is very tough. It's a competitive field again, podcast.
Yes, it is. Because broadcasting is definitely becoming challenging because you're having more avenues to be able to have a voice.
Yeah,
For the longest, it used to be just TV and radio, right? So to try to get on Channel 5, try to get on ESPN, try to get on K104 and 97.9, these kind of platforms. Now you have people that can reach hundreds of thousands, millions of people just on your cell phone.
yeah,
So now, Shawn Smith can reach plenty of people and people will follow you and add you and comment on you, want your autograph everywhere you go, just based off of you doing consistent vlogs and videos and podcasts and everything from your phone. So now it's getting into that TV and radio for the actual traditional TV and radio is challenging, but now for you to have your own voice, it's not challenging.
no, it's not.
So you have a platform.
Yeah,
You can speak. You don't necessarily need the bigger stages.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's good to be your own, have your own thing.
Right.
Because you definitely got to be, you don't know who, especially on those type of platforms and all that,
Right.
they will make you do and say, well, everything that you wish that you had not said. Yeah. So, yeah, like this podcast is definitely a good platform to be on. Say, glad they are started, you know. This is something that I really enjoy, doing something at least on the side.
Right.
So, yeah,
You enjoy the
yeah,
team. Good. You can do this forever.
yeah. This is my plan to do it for him while I'm doing the talk show thing. Yeah, I'm not willing to sell my soul. That's what these platforms, what they do, they would have you to sell your soul. And if you say something, you will be counseled, and they will place you. Yeah.
So, the great thing about you having this is because you are able to
Yeah.
speak how you want to speak, think the way that you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, and the other thing is, of course, I say I want to become an actor and create my own TV show and have a studio just like Topic.
Okay.
That's the goal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's the goal. Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, I'm working for a big time on some project, even though I don't agree with some of his projects and stuff. Yeah, I mean, there is definitely the goal to do it. It's always good to have your stuff like have your job, and that's what I like about these barber shops and beauty shops and all that. They have their own business.
right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. It's good. As long as you continue to work for it, see it, believe it.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
take a chance to.
Yeah, and we cannot sit there and listen to what other people say. Oh, this not gonna work out because you never know what's gonna work out. Yeah, people we don't have to work a job for the rest of our life or not to find a job the rest of our life until old age and all that.
You're absolutely right. It's strictly up to you. It's your
Yeah,
choice. So as long as you're happy, that's what life is about.
yeah.
Be happy, keep God with you, keep moving forward.
I think the other business in the industry that's good to own your own business restaurant.
Mhm.
Like fast food, plate no restaurant, that's the good business. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of restaurants. That's a challenging business.
yeah,
Because, food is a challenging business based because everybody tastes food different.
yeah,
How your mom cooks, how my mom cooks, how someone else's mom cooked is different ways a lot of times, right? And so what you feel that is good to you may not be good to someone else.
Yeah, true.
And so it's not good to them that they leave a bad comment saying, hey, it's not good.
Yeah.
So they can put someone else off of it. But it just wasn't good to them. Doesn't mean it's not good to me, you. Right?
Yeah.
And so that's a challenge of business. And then food, just in general, the cost of food, fast food can go bad. Just trying to house people. It's a challenge, but all business is a challenge.
Yeah, all business is a challenge. Like one thing I was telling on episodes back, I was telling people that I would be opening up a Christian club.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Christian club?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Where like Christian rappers can come and promote their music.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Because now a lot of them, they not big like the mainstream shit.
It's all about what the issue control.
Yeah.
You don't want that message to get out sometimes. So they try to control who they want to be big, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of great Christian rappers.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Yeah. True that. But yeah, I feel like the Christian rap is better. It's way better. I definitely recommend the young people to listen to it. And Christian Club is a great marketing stand, especially for young people to come and hang out. And they don't have to like do drugs. They don't have to like drink and smoke and all that. They can just come out and worship God. Yeah.
So I hardly agree with you. That's a good idea. I think we should try to pursue that.
Yeah. They ain't here trying to find you. So.
You'll be able to. This is about where you want it. If you want it in Fort Worth, Arlington, Dallas, Grand Prairie, Madison, there's probably plenty of places. Or if you don't want it, it's just plenty.
Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere in the midst. As long as it's not in a bad area.
I'm saying that. Yeah. Once you guys there, you can definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of my goals is to like
Gotcha.
yeah. Cause me, I don't go to the clubs no more.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Wild Boys. They can call me lame if they want to, but that's just not my lifestyle. Yeah.
Wrong with that.
Yeah. So yeah, when we speaking of business, which they can be very tough, a lot of people just, especially with the comedy that's going on right now. And so a lot of these business, like you look at J.C. Penney's and what the store may see, mostly like the mall. It seems like a lot of the malls is closing down because everybody don't go to the mall like they used to go. Yeah.
And so, you want to know why?
Yeah.
It's here. So now that people can order things on Amazon, you can get it same day or Shein, and then it's just the pricing. Malls, in my opinion, they will always be around. It just won't be as many around.
Yeah.
Because one thing that you can't replace the experience. The phone can't replace the experience and the feeling that it gives you and I, right?
Yeah.
It's just like watching a movie on Netflix. You seen the movie on Netflix?
Yeah.
Watching a movie on Netflix is cool. It's fun. But watching a movie at the movies just gives you a different experience.
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience.
So movie theaters, some will close, but not all because of that experience.
Yeah.
But you can still go buy the popcorn, sit in the chairs, lean back, and watch something on a big screen.
Because it's a big screen, and there's no way they would take that away.
Yeah, the economy's going to take a good amount of it away, but not all. Yeah. You'll still have some.
Yeah, it's that feeling going to the movies with your family. That's why it's still popping.
For our generation, and a little bit of young. Now for the younger kids, that's what I can't call because it's up to me and you to take our children, their children to the movies for that experience. I understand that. You understand that. We have people take us, right? So if they're continuing to put a tablet in front of a child's face, say, well, watch it like this, well, we don't have to go to the movies, just watch it here in the house. Then that's what probably can. But in our lifetime, I kind of don't see those being extinct. All I don't see all of them going plus. I just don't.
Yeah, like the
Not in our
A,
lifetime.
yeah, AMC movie theater.
They'll be still around while we're old. It just won't be as many.
Yeah, it won't be as many like TV networks.
Right, exactly.
Like people, you had like the old generation, crew, our generation still watch traditional TV.
Correct.
They don't like to screen their shows. They prefer to wait for the next episode. And that's just how I am too. Even though I like the screaming thing,
Right,
I prefer to do that. I like commercials.
right, right.
Yeah,
So that's what I said. The younger generation, that's why they like on Netflix,
yeah,
or Prime Video, all those. They give you the option to watch it with ads and watch it without ads. So they know people in our generation is like, well, I'm not going to pay the difference to watch it with no ads. A lot of us won't, right? But for the majority, for the other majority, then a lot of people would just watch it without the ads. They'll pay the extra. Like, well, I don't mind watching ads. I can do something else.
yeah. That's why, yeah. Because meanwhile, hey, about the streaming service, they release all the episodes, and I prefer the like so that way I'll be like, you know what, yeah, you know what's gonna happen next week, and all that. Me, I'm gonna watch it. One thing,
I can. I can.
and that was, and when I was talking with my older professor at UTA. And we were saying things. I asked him if TV networks gonna still be around. He said yes, they gonna still be around. They not gonna be as big like they used to. The rates not gonna be as big, but yeah, they still gonna be around.
Yes, sir. I completely agree with him.
Yeah.
Solely based off of a lot of the big time networks are just going to buy the smaller ones, buy the more smaller ones out. Somebody saying, you know, when you build your network to how you want your network to be, you can have an ABC come in and say, hey, Shawn, we're going to offer you $15 billion for your network. Are you going to say no? You know, and it's like, well, right. So a lot of the bigger networks are going to come still be around just because the companies pay them for advertising.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions.
Yeah, ABC, CBS, and NBC, it's still big networks because we watch, sports and all that on there.
They make a lot of money off of streaming Super Bowl.
Because there's no way you can put a Super Bowl on a streaming service because everybody, especially older generation, not gonna be able to. While they were watching on the traditional networks, tradition, and yeah, because a lot of people say, yeah, it's gonna be shut down. No, they not gonna be shut down. They gonna still be.
And they're gonna adapt kind of like this year.
Yeah.
Sports. They're showing football and basketball games on Amazon Prime now and Peacock and these other networks.
So yeah, they working with the streaming service. Like episode come that day, then if you get a chance to watch it live, you can catch it on the next day of the streaming service. See, they working with them. That's what they trying to do. Even though they not gonna get like 15 or 16 millions of people to watch the podcast. Why I say podcast? To watch the show. Yeah, yeah. Because now a show would be canceled if it was watched by 3 millions or 2 millions people. The network would not keep the show on like that, but now they had to because a lot of people TV. Yeah. Right. That's just how the TV business gone. They all had to adjust. Now, if a show watch 0 KP, that's not good. It need to be canceled. Yeah. Right. It's one network called CTV. CTV do not like a show being on people watching. If it's 1 million people watching the show, they would like cancel. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They would sell 2 million or 3 million people out, but 1 million people ain't not gonna sell. Yeah. One time they had a couple of shows that were zero okay. It was like we gonna cancel it after the season. So
Right.
so we not gonna put in money to a low age.
Right. Yeah, I completely understand. Put a lot of money behind trying to build the set out, buy the equipment, pay the cast, pay the staff. It's a lot of money that goes out. So we don't get the right amount of viewerships. Sometimes I just got to cut it and move on to something else. So there's a lot of pressure on the show producers and the directors to come up with something interesting and that catch people's attention.
Yeah, I tell you, the business.
Yeah, it's a business.
It can be tough.
No, and either way, they got big time supporters, but it's still a business at the end of the day. Shawn, how can you keep your show interesting for people to tune in every week? Because you got sponsors now.
Yeah.
And so then
Sponsors look at that.
like you have Fruit Loop cereal saying, "Hey, we want you to say this on your podcast, just so we can send you this money and we can get people to buy Fruit Loop cereal." You got to remember to do that. You got to make sure you keep bringing great guests to make sure that people are tuning in and they can see the videos.
Because we don't want to, we want people to continue watching it.
Right.
We don't want them to like, because if they don't watch it, you're gonna go and goodbye.
They're gonna move on to the next person.
Yeah, it will move on to the next person for real. Like when I did the acting, so I did the acting episode. We was talking about how the business, how the acting industry business, or like how the actors have to like sign contracts and all that. That business can be tough because they can be replaced. Yeah, yeah.
You gotta stay in your P's and Q's. You gotta stay on top.
Yeah. Yeah. The acting business can be tough, dude. Hollywood can be tough. Yeah. So we were saying that what happened, okay, they showed me counsel. I had to got to come with other solution. Cause they might not be able to get other parts on different shows or movies.
Just you gotta come up with different solutions. Always try for multiple things to make sure that they can be able to keep some kind of job, keep something consistent for them. Because you have a brand at the end of the day. And so at the end of the day, you gotta keep working. You have to keep your name relevant so that you can always have some kind of project.
Yeah. And that's very important. Brands is very important. And piggyback on the restroom industry. And that can be a tough thing. Some restrooms they fail.
Right. Yeah.
So people start coming. They don't like the food and all that.
Restaurants can be tough.
Yeah. So and a lot of people they want to get into that industry so bad.
Right.
Because everybody say they can cook, they can own a restaurant.
It's a lot different. It's a lot more challenging than what it seems like it is.
Yeah.
It's a business.
People think it's easy.
It's a business. Everything it's just a transaction.
Then on top of that, they end up health inspector.
Yeah. You gotta make sure things are clean here and everything. So yeah, it can be a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't know. They just don't know. Especially your stuff. Stuff can be challenging. Yeah. It can be very challenging. Yeah. So about your business though. So it's successful.
Yeah, we're working. We're getting better. There's definitely a lot of goals I still need to hit. A lot of places that I still want to go with the business. For what we've done in our time, we have done well. I think there's a lot of things that I did mess up on that I just didn't know. But it's a lot of things that I know now going forward, and I can be able to tell younger people that's getting into this what to and what to not do. just for them not to make the same mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of young people, they want to get into business.
Right. Right.
They have that entrepreneur mindset.
Right.
Yeah.
They can do it. They just have to be It's a discipline.
Yeah.
It's a discipline. If you're committed to it, it can happen for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it can happen. Yeah. And that's why it's very important. Have you heard of Palm America, though?
Prime America?
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I never really looked into it, so I really don't know too much about it.
I was a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It did not work out.
Yeah, it did work for you?
Yeah, you had this, a lot of things you had to do. It's hard to get clients. It's hard to, like, you have to pay money to do this and then take them down. It's no guarantee if you pass them down. Let's. It's no guarantee at all, man. Just so shocking, but hey, just how it be, though.
Yeah, that's how it is. Exactly.
Yeah, that it went off.
So,